Okay, YouTube, I am back in here for another video. It's your boy, Spiced Glory. I'm back up in here for another video. I don't have my hat on. I've been exposed up here, but it's okay. I ain't got no haircut. I'm looking crazy, but it's all right. I'm living, I'm breathing, and I'm bringing y'all more videos. All right, so I came across this post in which the headline reads Young Thug reveals that he almost died of kidney and liver failure. So it says on Wednesday, rapper and singer Young Thug revealed that he had been previously hospitalized for kidney and liver failure during the virtual music live stream Offset and Friends. Hosted by Offset and featuring Young Thug, Rich the Kid, and St. John, Young Thug went into detail about the harrowing experience, saying that he narrowly escaped death. So I kind of just stayed in the bed. And I was like, yo, call the ambulance. I can't move my body. Then later, when the ambulance came, I couldn't get out of the bed, said Thug, who has been arrested for drug possession and undergone substance abuse counseling. In the past, they had to get me out of the bed basically. I felt like my whole body was numb and I couldn't move. I went to the hospital and I found out that I had liver and kidney failure, and I kind of sort of passed away. Like, I kind of died. I was in the hospital for like 17 days. I left the hospital. My mom didn't trust it, so I left the hospital. Went to another hospital. They was like, "Man, you got liver and kidney failure. You were supposed to be dead. Basically, you've been dead. I've been killed before." Thug then launches into Killed Before, a track off of Super Slimy, his collaborative mixtape with Future, in which he sings the refrain, "Everyone know I've been killed before." He ended his performance with a message to the live stream audience: drugs aren't good. Don't do drugs. Okay, so hip hop has always been in this thing with drugs. Drugs have always been a thing in in not only rap music but other forms of entertainment, comedy, uh, just Hollywood in general, right? But the type of drugs in the rap game have definitely elevated from it just being. It went from just. It went from being just cocaine and weed and things of that nature to going to lean and pills basically. You don't really hear rappers really giving a story about talking about almost dying from taking drugs too many times, honestly. Like, you just hear about rappers dying from overdoses and things of that nature. There have been rappers in the past who were amazing uh amazing performers and artists just overall, and they passed away because of drugs. And you would think a lot of rappers would take notice of that happening and tone down, not only tone down the talk of drugs in their music, but tone it down in their own lifestyle. But that will never happen because that it just won't. It just won't. It's like embedded in rap to talk about drugs. It's embedded in rap to talk about substance abuse and things of that nature. Like, I know somebody like I remember when Russ was getting a lot of hate for wearing the t-shirt that says, if you abuse drugs and you're a rapper, you're dumb. I'm paraphrasing, but I mean, how many times how many times has that message been how many times has a positive message been predicated on the youth? Not that many times. Like it's not that often that you hear a rapper say, "Don't do drugs, don't do drugs, don't do drugs." You know, don't be like me. Don't do what I do. You dig what I'm saying? I'm only sharing my experience. I've never heard Future say, "Oh, hey, don't do drugs." You know, I ain't never heard people who frequently talk about drugs and rap music say don't do drugs. This is just my experience. No, they talk about drugs and they never put like on a warning label at the top of their songs like, oh, or say it in interviews like, oh yeah, I don't do, you know what I'm saying? I do this, but you shouldn't do it. It's very far and few is what I'm trying to say. Um but this should definitely be it should have already been a wake up call for a lot of rappers and fans to just like stop. You know, I feel like a lot of rappers need drugs to cope with things, and a lot of rappers use certain substances to cope with cope with things that they're dealing with in life, or or they're just so just certain things that that would be like used for their reason for their coping mechanism of why they take drugs. But I'm here to tell you I don't I learned a long time ago that you have to figure out what's real in music. You'll never hear about it'll never make like if you're a young kid who listens to rap music, if you don't have like a parent there that could tell you that, hey, this is the like you have to find like the defining underline where this is real, this is not real, people are affected by this, and there are people who really go through struggles with this over here, and this over here is not really something that is real in music. There should I feel like young kids should just like have somebody to tell them that, hey, some of this isn't real, some of this is real with rap music, because or just life in general. Just life in general. There are things that are put in front of our faces and eyes and things, and just distinct for yourself, like figure it, like I'm gonna tell you that, hey, this is real, hey, this is not real. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it has to do with parenting skills, as well as the young child or young teenager who listens to NBA YoungBoy to know that like rappers who talk about being gangster, they're not gangster because they're rappers. If they were gangsters, they wouldn't be rapping about it. You dig what I'm saying? That's something that needs to be taught more. And drugs as well. Like, hey, people actually suffer from addictions with lean, with pills, with certain drugs, and rather than to like think that it's something that's fun, you should know that, hey, this is something that affects a lot of people. This is something that uh, damn near kills a lot of people. I feel like that's what can be put across if rappers would just say that more. Number one, if parents would teach that more, and if if the younger generation would just like, I mean, the internet is literally at the fingertips of the young generation. So I mean, you can literally learn about it. You can learn about what's wrong in rap music. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong in the entertainment industry? What things have transpired in the entertainment industry? Things of that nature. So I mean, this is just another version of Wake Up Call, but it's gonna fall. I feel like this is gonna fall on deaf ears. This is gonna fall on deaf ears because of whatever. People are gonna look at this and then just keep it pushing. So I mean, but hey, that's my take on it. Um, What do y'all think? Like, comment, subscribe, and hey, pay your bills, and I am out of here.